सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ इत्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ॐ इति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् यत्र नान्यत् पश्यते नान्यत् शृणोति नान्यत् विजानाति स भूमान् अथ यत्र अन्यत् पश्यते अन्यत् शृणोति अन्यत् विजानाति तदल्पम् यो वै भूमा तदमृतम् अथयदल्पम् तन्मर्त्यम् स भगवः तस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठित इति स्वे महिम्ने यदि वानमहिम्नेति। यत्र नान्यत् पश्यति नान्यत् शृणोति नान्यत् विजानाति स भूमा। This is lakshana, the inherent characteristic of bhuma. What always remains with bhuma. Whether bhuma is creator, sustainer, dissolver, whatever else may come and go. But this is the Swarupa Lakshana. This is the description of Advidiyatvam or non-duality. Bhuma is Advidiya, non-dual. Samsara, Vyavahara, Vilakshana. Or where the Vyavahara, the Samsara, which involves duality, it is completely distinct from where this Vyavahara is completely absent, meaning that when all the Vyavahara is dropped, when all the Vyavahara involving duality is let go. Understand that Bhuma always is there. Bhuma is not to be attained, it is always there. It is the very self. When it is whatever is Bhuma. It is self-effulgent, always manifest, always experienced. It is to be recognized as such. What is to be recognized. And the difficulty in recognizing what is because upon what is Bhuma. What Bhuma is not is superimposed. The duality, the subject, object, and the experience, and the means. So karma, karta, karma, karma, kriya. This is vyavahara taking place in samsara. Again, it is not the vyavahara that is the problem. It is giving reality to vyavahara, that's the problem. That for interaction in the day-to-day life, this arrangement, this vyavastha, this setup of the karma, karta, karma, karanam, kriya is required. In itself, that is not the problem. It is giving reality to that is the problem. That karta is distinct from karma and karma is distinct from karta. Each one is distinct from everything else. Therefore, the karta also is alpam, much confined, because it excludes everything else. The karma, karanam, kriya are excluded from karta. In turn, they exclude this karta. So what happens is mutual exclusion. And that creates in me a sense of isolation, being not included, being rejected, being isolated, being limited, being helpless, and whatever else. So basically, what the problem is? My feeling being excluded. The feeling that I am a limited entity. I am one among many, etc. It is that which is the problem in our life. And fortunately, that is not reality. That I am a limited being is not the reality about myself. That's a saving grace. Of course, if I had been very limited, then the limitedness would not really pinch me or bother me also. Then if I was really limited entity, I would have been comfortable being limited. But I am not comfortable being limited, because it is not the reality about me. So what's the reality? Yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat shrunoti, nanyat vijayati. Where is division of the karta, karma, karanam, the kriya? Where is divisions are not there. There is bhuma. And that is. So bhuma, that is devoid of all these divisions upon that. These divisions of karma, karta, karma, all of these are superimposed. They are taken to be real. And therefore the need to say that yatra nanya pashyati. Recognize yourself to the one who is free from this notion of karta, karma, karanam, kriya, where all these notions are absent. So that is what you are, where you are totally free from these limitations of the karta or karma. Yatra anyat pashyati, meaning that where one gives reality, where one sees the other. So when I see, I give reality to other. That what I see is different from me, and I, the seer, is different from what is seen. That is called anyat pashyati. It's not so much the perception at the level of eyes that is talked about. It is really perception at the level of the mind or the intellect. The eyes, ears, the sense organs, all of them bring to me the data of what is. It is my mind or my intellect that interprets the data. So the anyat, eyes do not say that there is anyat. It's the mind that says there is anyat. That object is anyat, different from the subject, is not what the eyes tell me or the ears tell me. It is what my mind or my intellect tells me. So when the intellect doesn't say that, so then the intellect is quite satisfied that I do not have to distinguish myself. I don't have to be somebody. If nobody is different from me, then I am not somebody. I am somebody who is distinct from everybody else. So as long as that need is there, so long one keeps on superimposing oneself, this somebody, I am somebody. So that is where the preparation is required. That's where vairagya is required. So there is no attachment to, or no need to be somebody, to be happy. Right now, I can be happy only if I am somebody. When I can distinguish myself from others, then I have a satisfaction. So that is where I derive my satisfaction from. Not realizing that satisfaction is a big trap. Because soon that somebody is discovered to be a limited entity anyway. As long as I am in a little well, so long I think that I am the emperor of the whole universe. So long the frog in the well thinks. When it comes out of the world and realizes that it is such a small entity. So I feel I am significant, in the midst of some. Then I realize that I am nothing in the midst of others. So satisfaction that was derived from the sense of being somebody goes away. And you struggle hard now to establish yourself as somebody among these others. You work hard. If you are lucky, you may succeed. Again your satisfaction, I am somebody. Until I am exposed to a larger world. It's a trap. Therefore, when I discover that I don't have to be somebody to be happy, that comes from inner purification, from the freedom of raga and dvesha. To the extent that the raga, dvesha, the impurities go, to that extent I become more and more familiar with my real self. The raga dveshas deprive me of the familiarity or exposure to my true self. As those obstacles go, I become more and more familiar with my true self. Then I see that I don't need things. I don't even need to be somebody. I'm quite happy or content without having to be somebody. That's when the mind can see. Yatra nanyat pashyati. Yo vai bhuma tadamrutam. Asedadapam tanmartyam. So yatra anyat pashyati. Where one sees the other, meaning where one takes someone else as other, that's all. Where one takes oneself to be the karta, the drashta, other thing is taken with drishyam as distinct from drashta. It is that perception that brings alpatvam. Alpatvam is not there. Alpatvam is something, limitedness or insignificance, something that is projected, that is imagined by the mind. Why? Superimposing the idea of the kartrutvam upon me. So nothing is to be done, understand. Is that we have to stop hurting ourselves by the superimposition. Idalpam Tanmartyam, whatever is limited is mortal. And Bhashyakara beautifully explained what is meant by Martyam. Avidya Kala Bhava Ityartha. These distinctions are as long as there is ignorance. Ignorance of the true nature of myself. Yatha Sapna Drishyamastu Prak Pramodat Karta Tatkala Bhaveti Tanvat. These examples cannot come unless Bhashyakara sees what he is talking about, Yatha Sapna Drishyamastu. Just an entity, a thing that is seen in the dream, they are there as long as the dream is. Prak Prabodha, until one wakes up. Yes, Sakshat Kurte Prabodhasame Svatman Mevatre. This is waking up from the long sleep. So, Anadi Maya Sattha Yada Jiva Prabudhyate. When one wakes up from this long sleep, beginningless sleep of Maya, Avidya. Tadvipuru bhumaya tat amritam. Satahi evam lakshana bhumaya bhagavan kasmin pratishtata iti. Bhumna sukhat vachanat. Yoga bhuma tas sukham tad amritam. So since bhuma is now described as happiness, as immortality, happiness always rests in something. Because happiness is a quality, is an attribute. An attribute also always must have a locus. You see, he is a good man. So goodness is the attribute of this person. So goodness always requires a locus. A locus. An attribute or a quality always requires a locus. So happiness also requires a locus. Immortality also requires a locus. So what's the locus of happiness? If Bhuma is happiness, then where is Bhuma located? Where is happiness located? Where is immortality located? Viditatmananda Pratyar Sanat Kumara. To Narada, who has asked this question, Sanat Kumara said, Sway Mahimne Gai Yadi Pratistham Ichhasi Kwasit. If you somehow, if you want, there must be pratishtha, must be a locus or an ashraya or support, then Sway Mahimne Pratishtita hai. Bhuma is only located in, established in its own mahima, its own glory, its own greatness, its own vibhuti, its own glory. Yadiva paramarthameva puchhasi. But if you want to know in reality, na mahimnyavi pratishtitaki bhuma, that bhuma is not established even in its own mahima, the glory. Apratishtita anashita bhuma kvasidapi ityartha. Apratishtita, unestablished, anashita, unsupported. So adrishye, anatme, anirukte, annilayane. There is no nilayana. There is no abode, there is no nest, no abode, no pratishtha. It is self-existing, self-shining, self-sufficient. Because again, in our day-to-day life, we always find that something always has a locus. Something is established in something. Something has a support. We don't see anything non-supported. Therefore the question is, where is this supported? Paramartha vicharaku pratishthiteva na bhavati. Paramartha vichare, in the true sense, you find that the truth is not, doesn't depend upon anything. The truth is not truth because of something else. Truth is truth. Satyam is satyam without any reason. Everything else has a reason. What's the reason why Bhuma is happiness? Tell me. That is the question in a way. Why is Bhuma established? What's the reason why Bhuma is happiness? Why Bhuma is immortality? By itself is happiness. By itself is immortality. No, really, it doesn't mean by itself. It is immortality. So then, you will find an example. Akashadivat apratishtatasyavi pratiti tuhupakti ityaha. So whenever we experience something, it is an experience there, whenever we see something, experience something, that something always has an establishment, it always has a basis, always located, is always because of something. That's our experience. But then, so an example, just as space exists by itself, is not located in anything. Similarly, it is not a rule that a thing always requires location. That's another thing. That the idea of location is not there. Idea of support is not there. So here you are, Paramatma Purchasya, etc. Now, on the page 335, continue with the second passage. Siddhantagiri, Purva Paravirodham Ashankya Pariharati. Purva Paravirodham, Purva is what? Sve Mahimni Pratishtita. Apara is what? Na Mahimneti. So therefore, there is a contradiction, isn't it? To say that Bhuma is established in its own glory, and then right away to say that Bhuma is not established at all. Purva and Apara. So, Virodham Ashankya. Looks like there is a contradiction here between what is said earlier and what is said later. Yadi Ityarya. On line 30 in the Tika, Samahima Pratishthitvam Vastavi Vastu Chaitrayavati Chodayati. Samahima Pratishthitvam. So Pratishthatvam, the state of being established. Samahima Pratishthitvam, the state of being established in its own glory. Vastavayavasa, why can it not be? Why can it not be that Bhuma is established in its own glory? Chaitradeva. Like this person called Chaitra. So Chaitra, Maitra, term became heavy. So how we always find them to be established in some glory. That they are glorious because of some reason. The Chaitra, Maitra and so forth, they enjoy some glory, enjoy name, enjoy fame because of some reason. So it is our experience that things are established in glory, in Mahima. So why not Bhuma also is established in Mahima? Iti Chodayati, like questions. The statement, Na Mahimnepe Pratishtita, this question. How can it be that Bhuma is not established in its own glory? So Yadi Bhashakara says, Yadi Sumahim निप्रतिष्ठितो भूमा कथं तर्हि अप्रतिष्ठ उच्यते। यदि स्वमहिम्नि प्रतिष्ठितो भूमा, the Bhuma is established in its own glory. Katham tari, so there is Purva. Katham tari apratitaraparam. Then how do you say in one same sentence, you say Bhuma is established in its own glory. Same breath you say that, or you may say that it is not established even in its own glory. So either you can say that this is a contradiction between what was said earlier and what was said later. Or this is the question that in our day-to-day life you always find that an entity is always established in its glory. How can it be that Bhuma is not established in its glory? So then there is a comma. Katham tari apratishta, comma, uchyate. That is the question, then the answer is given by the Shruti. So very deep passage, second passage. Go ashvamiha mahima nityachakshade hasti hiranyam dasabhagyam kshetrani आयतनानीति नाहमेवं ब्रवीमीति होवाच अन्यः होवाच अन्यो हि अन्यस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठित इति। वो अश्वम् इह महिमा इति आसक्ष्यते। इह in this world, what do they call Mahima, the glory? Go Ashvam, if person is possessed of cattle, horses. So Go and Ashvam, they will go, and O and A should join. That's where Sandhi. It's a samasa, where Sandhi is Nitya. Still we find here no Sandhi. So Mahendra Bhai yesterday investigated and found a sutra where it says that for word go, there is optionally, it may not undergo this sandhi. It can also, but optionally, it may not. So go ashvam iha mahima iti asakshate. In this world, this is what they call glory. The elephant, cows, cattle, horses, that's called the glory. Hasti hiranyam, elephants and gold is called glory. Dasabhayam, the servant, Sandhi, spouse, etc. called glory. Kshetrani, ayatanani, big fields you have, big land you have, big house you have, ayatanani. Iti. So this is what they call glory iha, in this world, in the day-to-day life. Aham evam brahmimi, that's not what I mean. What? Anyo hi anyasmin pratishtita edi. So it is true that in our day-to-day experience we find anyo hi anyasmin pratishtita edi, that an entity is always established or is what it is because of something. A person is called Prime Minister because of some reason. The person is called wealthy because of reason. Person is famous because of reason. So the famous person is established in fame. Fame is not there, he cannot be famous. A wealthy person is established in wealth. So anyo hi anyasmin pratishtita iti, that is usually the case. That an entity is what it is because of some reason. A person is glorious not because of himself but because of some reason. That he has some wealth, name, fame, wisdom, knowledge, scholarship. Naham brahmimi, that's not what I mean. So you have to connect that. Naham evam bravimi is to be connected with Anyohi Anyasmin Pratishtata iti Naham bravimi. So with reference to Bhuma, I will not say that Bhuma is because Bhuma or great or abundant because of something. The Bhuma is glorious because of something. I am not saying that. It is true that in the day-to-day life, yes, one is what it is because of something. That's not the case with Bhuma. Then what do you say? Bravimiti hovacha. This is what I have to say. That comes in the next passage. So hovacha, that is Sanat Kumara said, this is what I have to say. What do you have to say is in the next passage. So Bhashyakara says, alright, so Katham Tahi Apratishtade Uchyate. So the Tika says in line 30, Katham Tahi Kimarsam Ityartha. Then why do you say this? So for what reason do you say that? Katham Tahi, why do you say or Kimarsam? For what reason do you say that? Apratishthita, apratishta. Meaning pratishthitatvam mukhyame vastu ityartha. Why not? Being established in His glory is in the real sense even in Bhuma also. So all along the lakshanam or characteristic is given in reference to what our experience is. As the Bhashyakara said, what is the need for the Upanishad to say that where one does not see the other? Where one does not see? No, because with the orientation that whenever we see, we always see the other. So that is our orientation. In reference to that orientation, that context, Upanishad says, where one does not see the other. Meaning that where the samsara of vyavahara is there, involving duality, is not there. Similarly, we are accustomed to understanding the glory as possessed by an individual on account of something. So why not Bhuma also is like that? So Bhuma's glory is of a different category. The darshanam, the perception of Bhuma is of a different category than perception of pot and cloth. So also the Mahima or glory of Bhuma is of a nature different from Chaitra, Maitra, etc. The Tikaka continues, Drishtantevi Mahima Shabdidasya Bhuvashvadehe Loke Chaitradi Adharatva Adarsanat Mahimavadaha Chaitradehe Tat Upajivitva Matrena Tat Pratishthitatva Upachara Eva. Alright, so see that Drishtanteti. Drishtanta is what? Chaitra. Is a Drishtanta. Drishtanteti Mahima Shabdidasya Ko Ashvadehe. A Chaitra, an individual, enjoys the glory because he possesses cattle, horses, etc. Sukho Ashvadehe Loke Chaitradi Adharatva Adarsanat. It is not that the cattle or horses, etc. are located in Chaitra, even in our day-to-day life. Mahima vataha Chaitradehe tat upajivitva matrena tat pratishthitatva upacharaha. You call this person wealthy, not that wealth is located in him, but because his wealthiness depends upon wealth. Therefore you say that he is called wealthy, meaning that his glory is because of wealth. And he is glorious because of wealth. Not that physically something is located in something else, but that's the reason is the wealth goes away and the wealthy also goes away. Chaitanya is called wealthy because of wealth. If he loses all his wealth, he is no more wealthy. Chaitanya remains, but wealthy does not remain. So even in the day-to-day life also is only upachara. To say that this wealth etc. has the locus in Chaitanya is also in upachara. Is something incidental, not something inherent. दाष्टान्तिकेतु तथा विदस्यापि प्रतिष्ठितत्वस्य भूमि अद्वितीय असंभवः. In Bhuma, even that kind of upachara, that something is located in Bhuma, Bhuma is located in something, that is asambhava, because it's non-dual. The realm of duality, wealth is one thing and Chaitanya is another thing, and therefore you can imagine some kind of relationship, that one is located in the other. Even if it is figure of speech, upacharika, still you can say that. In Bhuma, even that also cannot be said. So, tatha vidasyapi pratishthitattvasya. That pratishthitatvam or the being established in that sense also is not possible in Bhuma because Bhuma is non-dual. So this kind of established, and what is established and where it is established, that is there in the realm of duality. Even if it is not really there, you can measure, you can figure of speech say that the wealth is located in this fellow. But even that also cannot be in case of Bhuma, which is non-dual. Samahima pratishtokti apratishtitatva abhipraya eva. So when Saint Sanat Kumara said that Bhuma is established in its own glory, the idea was that there is no establishment, nothing like that. In fact, there is no establishment involved. It is established in his own glory, he said, from the standpoint of Narada, who comes from a background of ignorance and duality, very accustomed to seeing the glory because of something else. Having said that also has to drop, you see. So first of all, bringing sage Narada to his orientation of what that glory and glorious is. And then, Namahimnede. So Narada dropped that also. Even that duality of the glorious and the glory also has to be dropped. So therefore, when we say it is established in its own glory, the intention was that it is not established anywhere. Chaitanya will be established in the glory of wealth, and therefore is called wealthy. That is not the case with Bhuma, that it is limitless because of something else. So Bhashyakara says, so listen. Go ashwadi iha mahima ityachakshate. So go ashwam hasti hiranyam dasabharyam kshetrani ayatanani is all included. All of this is called mahima iha. In this world, this is called mahima, or the glory, or the greatness. Then Bhashyakara explains this compound, Go Ashwam. Not that go, but Go Ashwam says Gavascha, Ashvascha, Go Ashwam, Dvandva Ekavat Bhavaha. Well, Bhashyakara saw the need of saying that, whatever. So, Gavascha, Ashvascha. So, Go Ashvaha, that's what you will say. But Go Ashvam, you say, as though it is one. Go Ashvam is singular. Kava is plural and Ashwaha is plural, and so compound also should be plural. Dvandva ekavat bhava. So this is like ekavat, as though it is one entity. Even though many entities are involved, in a special rule, all of them are treated as one entity. Says Panini, Dvandvascha Prani Turya Senanganam iti. So Prani Anga, Turya Anga, Sena Anga. When it comes to the limbs of a living being, then this Dvandva Ekavat Bhava can happen. Like what? Tada Panipadam, Vak Panipadam, Na Vak Panipadam, Chopasthapayo. So Vak Panipadam, Vak, Pani means hand, Padam means leg, all of these are the Anga, the limbs of the individual. So all of them can be grouped into as though it is one entity. Mardangika Panavikam. Mardangika is a fellow who plays on Mridanga. Panavikam, Panava means that drum. So, what is it? Rathika Ashwaroham. So, Rathika Ashwaroha, fellow who is a charioteer or one who is mounted on a horse. And so Napumsakam again. And then Ekavat Dvandva becomes Napumsakam. So Go Ashvam. So Dvandva Ekavat Bhava. Because same thing, Hasti Hiranyam, Dasabharyam, same thing applies there. Bhashyakara continues, Sarvatra Gavashvade Mahima iti prasiddham. See, here the samasa is go is made ava, so Gavashvade. Or it could have been said Go Ashvade. Sarvatra Gavashvade Mahima iti prasiddham. Everywhere the cattle, the horses are known as Mahima, Hasti Hiranyam, Dasavaryam. Kshetrani, Ayatanani, all of these are known as Mahima or the glory. Tadashitaha, Tat Pradishtitaha, Chaitro Bhavade, Yatha. So this is the orientation which is there in our, because of our day-to-day life. Tad Ashitaha, Chaitro Bhavachaitra. This person called Chaitra, Tad Ashrito Bhavati. His glory depends upon this Go Ashvam or cattle and horses, etc. Tad Pratishtita. The Chaitra is established in this glory of the cattle, horses, etc. So first of all, Chaitra is glorious because of the cattle and horses, and Chaitra is glorious as long as the cattle and horses are there. See, this is Chaitra is glorious because of this wealth, and Chaitra is wealthy because of wealth, and Chaitra is wealthy how long? As long as wealth is. That is how it normally is. That is not what I mean as far as Bhuma is concerned. So Chaitra is glorious because of something. Something else makes Chaitra glorious, and when that something else is not there, Chaitra is no more glorious. Because that glory is not inherent to Chaitra. Chaitra is not wealthy. Chaitra is a human person. So Swami used to say, so she is not a wife, yet she is a woman. Wife is because of relationship. Inherently she is a woman. You must treat her as a woman. Not wife means you are some kind of a ride and whatever. First she is so respected as a woman, whatever. So there is no criminal here, Swami used to say. This is such entity that nobody is born criminal. So criminality also is incidental. Then she can go. So inherent, then person will be always criminal. No. Similarly, glorious. No such entity is glorious. The glory, he is glorious because of glory. And he is glorious as long as there is glory. Similarly, Bhuma also is limitless because of something else. Then Bhuma is limitless because of something, and Bhuma will be limitless as long as there is something else. Then Bhuma is not Mahima, Bhuma. Then glory is not because of Bhuma. Bhuma is not glorious. So we don't mean the glory in that sense, that glory is derived from something else. So says Bhashyakara, Naham evam svataha anyam mahimanam ashito bhuma chaitravada iti bravime. Atra heduttvena anyo hi अन्यस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठित इति व्यवहितेन सम्बन्धः. So स्वतः अन्यं महिमानं आश्रितो भूमा. That Bhuma is स्वतः अन्यं महिमानं आश्रिता Chaitravadati. Just as Chaitra is dependent upon or established in the glory that is different from himself, in that sense I do not mean that Bhuma is glorious because of something else. Anyohi anyasmin pratisthita. See, there is in that Vakya also separated. It didn't bravimi the whole vacha. So you have to take that out. Naham evam bravimi anyohi anyasmin pratisthita iti naham bravimi. So Vasya atra hetutvena anyahi anyasmin pratisthita vyavahitena sambandha. That normally one is always glorious because of something else. That's not what I mean. That's how the connection is. So says Anandagiri, Bhumna Swataha Anyasmin Pratishthitatva Bhavaha Atra iti uchyate Atra hetutvena. Why do you not say that? Because in the day-to-day life, one is glorious because of something else. Bhumna Swataha Anyasmin Pratishthitatva Bhavaha. That is not the kind of glory that Bhuma has. तत्र अन्यो हि इत्यादि वाक्यस्य हेतुत्वेन हेतुना तेन व्यवहितेन भावेन प्रविदस्य संबंधित योजना. अन्यो हि अन्यस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठितः is given as a hetu. That's not what I mean with reference to Bhuma. Katham tari braveti bhavaneti. Then your venerable sir, in what exactly do you mean? So kintu, all going together, tika. Anyo anyasmin kaku. One is established in the other. You say that to deny that actually. Kaku is, it is saying in a manner by which you are all denying it. You think I'll come there? You think I'll come there? You think I'll come there? So if you think I'll come there, means I will not come. That's called kaku. So saying it in a manner wherein the reply is already there is negative is called kaku. So when it is written, you don't know. That's why the Tikakara has to explain that there is a denial. Anyo anyasmin pratishtita iti. You think that Bhuma is like that? No, it's not. Tathāja anyasmin sari tat pratishthitatvam bhaktum shakyate. When can one thing be established in other, provided other is there? Then only you can say that one is established in other. Tat abhavat apratishtha eva bhuma ityartha. Since that is not there, there is no duality. Therefore, Bhuma cannot be what it is because of something else. Therefore, apratishthita, meaning Bhuma is not pratisthana. What is meant by pratishtha? Bhuma is not what it is because of something else. It is inherently limitless. Bravimiti sthavaase vakyam kintu evamiti pada adhyaharana sevadasthai uttakandika anvayana yujayati. So, Sahovacha. Then Bhashyakara says, last line, Kintu evam bravimi iti hovacha sayeva ityade. Kintu means what is the question there? Kathantari braviti bhavanati. If you say that Bhuma is not glorious because of something else, then what it is that you mean? Kintu evam bravimi iti hovacha. This is what I mean. Sayeva ityadi. Savai comes from the next passage. So what the next passage says is what I mean. Eva shabdartha eva sayeva ityadi. Tadshevam vakyovena ahamevam soyatikta mahimanam angikritya tat pratisthati bravimi kintu sayvaidam sarabdha ninasti evam bravimi iti. The last sentence. Evam vakyovena. This vakya has to be understood in this way. Nahamevam soyatikta mahimanam angikritya tat pratisthati bravimi. Then there is a glory called limitlessness, glory called abundance, glory called, greatness, different from Bhuma. And because of that, Bhuma is great. That's not what I mean. Kintu Seva, that Bhuma itself is limitless. So then you can say Bhuma is limitlessness. Bhuma itself is limitless. Bhuma itself is great, abundant. Tadahanya nasti. So the next passages are only to say that there is nothing other than Bhuma. All glory is that Bhuma, glory is the very nature of Bhuma, and not that Bhuma is glorious because of something else, because there is no something else. Had there been something other than Bhuma, then the question of Bhuma being what it is could have arisen because of something else, but that is not the case. So in our day-to-day life, of course, there is something else other than Chaitra. Therefore, Chaitra is what is because of something else. That's not the case with Bhuma. This is another way of describing non-duality. So Nanyat Pashyati is one way of describing non-duality. Apratishthita is another way of describing non-duality. So with this, we conclude here this, before we go, as I say, we'll look at the, you see page 330, in the footnote 1, we already saw that. Prasam Adhyaya Tritiya Pade Dvitiya Adhikarane. So in the first chapter, in Brahma Sutra, first chapter, third quarter, second topic, or 8th sutra, Bhuma Asamprasadat Adhipadeshat Iti Sutram. That Bhuma is not prana. Because Bhuma Upadesha is given after the prana. Atra Bhuma Pranava Brahmavayate Vichare. So we'll see how this question can arise, whether Bhuma means Brahman or Bhuma can prana, based on the way the text is laid out. Iti Vichare Purvapaksha Bhuma Prana iti. So Purvapaksha says Bhuma is prana. Why? Tathai Namadishu Ashanteshu Purupuroktenantaram Asti Bhagava Nama Bhuyadi Vagvava Nama Bhuyasi ityadi Prashna Prativachana Pravaho Drishyade. It all started with Nama, then Vag, Manaha, Sankalpa, Chittam, etc. So this is how it all pravaha went on. Then the question was, Asti Bhagava Namna Bhuya iti. Namna Bhuya asti. Vagvavanamno Bhuyasi. Asti Bhagava Vacha Bhuya iti. Asti. What is it? Manaha. This is how says Prashna Prativachana Pravaha. In each case, says Narada asked, is there something superior to this? Sanat Kumara said, yes, there is. That's how Pravaha went on. Beginning from Nama, all the way to Asha it went on. Then, also the question was, is there again something so then, Asti Bhagavah Ashayaha Bhuya iti. See, Narada says, O Venerable Sir, is there something superior to Asha or hope or desire? Ashayaha Vava Bhuya asti iti. Yes, certainly there is something greater than Asha also. Tanme Bhagavan Pravitu iti. May the Venerable Sir tell me about that. Prana vai Ashayaha Bhuyan. The prana is even greater than Asha. Just as all the spokes are fixed into the hub, and so also the entire universe is fixed into prana. So what is it? All this is prana. So the prana is mother, prana is father, prana is bhrata, brother, teacher, sister. What is this prana? The giver is prana, the given is prana, the one who receives is prana. Everything is prana. Prana is sarvatma. That's how the glory of prana was described. Then page 3 prana eva etani sarvani bhavati. So prana alone is all of this. Brahmadi stampa paryantasya jagata prana atma. That prana is the atma, the self of everything beginning from Brahma all the way up to a blade of grass. So prana atma ahamiti. So then one who meditates upon prana as such realizes that I am prana, who is the self of all. I am self of all. Prana, that is the self of the entire universe beginning from Brahma up to the pillar. That prana I am. So one who has realized this, in perception of that person there is nothing but prana. So pot is prana, cloth is prana, everything is prana. And therefore, in this therefore, I am prana, I am everything. So when he says I am prana, I am not human being. I am not this body. I am not so and so, I am prana. Hey, Ativadya Siddhi. Hey, you are transcending everything in your speech. Meaning that this is prana. He calls everything prana. He says, where is prana? There is clock. So, no, this is prana. Because he says also is prana. If somebody says that you have some kind of problem or what? Then you say everything is prana. You are transcending all names and forms. He says, yes. Ativadhyasmiti Bruvya. Definitely. Garvasiko Hindu, that's what they say. Similarly, yes, you can say that I am prana. That yes, I transcend everything in the speech. So, iti bruyat na paknuvita. You should not be shy about it. Yat pranam sarveshwaram abhayam ahamasmiti atmatmena upagataha. Because he sees himself as prana. He is sarveshwara, which is the ruler of all. Which is, so, I am ahamasmi, that's what I am. So then, says Narada, did not ask the question. He thought that now the Upadesha is over. Narada was satisfied that he has gained what he needed. Never, he did not ask. Asti Bhagavaha Pranat Bhuya iti. O Venerable Sir, is there something superior to prana? He did not ask. And so, because he came to the conclusion that prana is Brahman. Therefore, to distract him, turn him away from that conclusion, and make him see that prana is not the ultimate reality, that Bhuma is the ultimate reality. Then to say, Esha tuva ativadati, yes satyena ativadati. You are real ativadi only when you know satyam, the paramadik satyam. And then he was led from satyam, so satyavachanam. So satyavachanam is possible when there is so yadavai manu, then vijanati. So yadavai vijanati, atha satyam vadati. So speaking truth is possible when there is knowledge. Knowledge is possible, yadavai manude, atha vijanata, that is possible when, so vijnanam can be there, if manam is there, manam is there, if shraddha is there, shraddha is there, if nishtha is there, nishtha is there, if kruti is there. If kruti is there, kruti is there, if sukham is there, and sukham is bhuma. That's how Sanat Kumar led him to bhuma. So evam prapte bhuma, bhumana prana. Prana udam upadishyamanatva. That bhuma is not prana or prana is not bhuma, because bhuma is taught after the prana. So prana is described, then bhuma is described. Atra prakarane yadurdhvam yadupadishyade tat tat bhinnam. So not only prashna, prativachana, pravaha establishes the following entity is different from the previous entity. Asti bhagavan namna bhuya iti namna bhuya asti. So vagvav namna bhuyasi. So there is one way of saying that Vag is different from Nama. Other is what follows is different from what precedes. That's also another thing. Similarly, so Bhuma follows Prana, therefore is different from Prana. So that's how the argument is done here. So therefore, yad yad udmo udishade tat tat bhinnam. So whatever is taught later is different from what was taught earlier. तथा च प्राण भिन्नत्वे सिद्धे सर्वात्मत्वादि धर्मोपत्ते भूमा ब्रह्म. So when bhuma is established from prana, then bhuma is sarvatma, then brahma is brahma. So bhuma is brahma, is not prana, that is brahma. Or prana is not bhuma. So that's the whole idea. We'll continue that discussion tomorrow. First we'll look at the Vaiyasika Nyayamala, then we'll go to the Brahma Sutra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Padarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeni Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.